Are you a fan of fragrances that has spicy, resinous, woody, leathery sometimes vibe? You know, that fragrance that has depth to it? If you are, I have some fragrances that I think you need to get your nose on. If you're interested, stay tuned. In the interest of time, I'll make sure I put notes on the screen for you. Let's talk about Turath by Spirit of Dubai. This fragrance is really, I would say, catered towards men. It's heavy, it's deep, and it's resinous. When I smell it, that's what I get. Yep, it's very spicy, sort of leathery, heavy. The depth is there. It's like if you spray something and you just going whoop, that's what I get. Not whoop, there it is, but whoop. I would not overspray to wrath. So this is a very spicy, leathery, a heavy fragrance, and it definitely is one that will get attention. This time of the year, we tend to get fragrance recommendations that are more in the gourmand or the sweet side, like ambers that are sweet, or you get vanilla fragrances, caramel fragrances, chocolate fragrances and stuff. I wanted to bring to you something a little different. So this is Clive Christian's Blonde Amber. This is a beautiful, woody, also ambery fragrance because it's in the name, amber fragrance. But what I really like about this is that the wood, you can definitely tell it's sort of like a white wood. That's where the amber, I'm assuming, is coming from. When it dries down, there is a woodiness to it, but there's more of a resinous feeling. So I would say it's like a woody gourmand that has a bit of spice to it. Yeah. So this is Blonde Amber, and this is by Clive Christian. Speaking of heaviness, this one does do the same thing as Turath. This is Whittian number 71. This is an extrait de parfum. This is such a beautiful, but very bossy, very strong, very protruding. Every time I spray it, the after effect of what's in the air is what gets me drawn to it. Whittian 71 smells, again, like the other fragrance I mentioned, heavy, there is depth, there's some leather vibes there. You have to be a lover of heavy, resinous, leathery type fragrances to grab this one. And the spiciness does not disappear. Once it dries down, the spiciness definitely stays there. So this is Whittian's 71. I have a couple of Nichane fragrances. One of them is called Nefs by Nichane. Although there's that vanilla aspect to Nichane fragrances, what I found myself doing with this perfume is actually layering it with fragrances that might be a little bit too sweet. So let's say I put Soiree on by Maison Azra and I overspray it. I will put just a tad bit of Nefs on top of it to sort of ground it out. This is it's sweet, but it has almost, I would say almost like a deep date-like, plum-like vibe to it. I don't know if it has that in the notes, but that's what I get when I smell it. And it has like a very much grounding type of vibe. The spiciness is not too heavy in that. It's not on my skin anyways. I get more of a heavy, fruity, but deep fruit, like a dark burgundy or plum-like essence to it. Yep, this is Nefs by Nichane. My very first Nichane fragrance was this. This is Ani by Nichane. Absolutely love this fragrance. As a matter of fact, let's just talk about these two together. This is Nichane Ani, and this is Ani X. Both of these fragrances are absolutely beautiful vanillas. And if you have one, you're not going to say, well, it smells just like the other. Because for me, even though the X has I would say the vibration or the bones of Ani, this has more of a punch, more of a spicy vibe to it than the original Ani. I love both of them. That's why they're in my collection. And I plan on putting some dents in these vanillas because I know I've been wearing a lot of sweet vanillas. So I'm trying very hard to step away from that and wear more of my more challenging or fragrances that let me think a lot more. So these are two beautiful spicy vanillas. This is Nichane Ani and Nichane Ani X. Really love these fragrances. This fragrance is by an indie house in California. The name of the company is called Studio Sense, and this fragrance is called Physalis. This is, to me, is one of the sweetest, I would say vintagey-like vibe fragrance I have in my collection. I don't get powderiness with it. I get more of like an ambery, a little bit of fruitiness, but definitely some spices. Whenever I sprayed on my pulse, I found myself sniffing over and over again. Studio Scent is handmade perfume. These are not fragrances that are, I would say they're almost bespoke because the whole line, they smell really good. They're very, you have to have like a interest in niche fragrances to really love these. So this is Physalis and this is by Studio Scent. And this company again is out of California. I absolutely love a lot of Ex Nihilio's perfumes to the point where I could spend like 2 hours at their counter. But this one, this always gets my attention. I keep spraying it over and over again. This is Gold Immortals by Ex Nihilio. Guys, if you are a fragrance lover that loves deeper, sexier vibe, but you also want it to be a little more playful, if you like spices, you like ambers, you like all of those things, you like complex fragrances, this is one you need to get your nose on. Although I have a whole bunch of stuff on already, I'm still going to spray it because it doesn't matter what I put on this fragrance or put under it, on top of it, it smells bloody good. Oh, love this. This gives me a vintage vibe as well. I don't know what it is, but a lot of these fragrances, when it gives that vintage vibe, it takes me away. Like Calgon, take me away. Okay. Really, really beautiful fragrance. And this is by Ex Nihilio and it is called Gold Immortals. A fragrance I'm surprised that I'm really loving recently is Halfeti by Penhaligon's. This was a viral fragrance a few years ago, but now nobody really talks about it. If you're a leather lover, this needs to be in your collection. Halfeti is absolutely beautiful, especially on the dry down. You have to give it a few minutes to dry down. If you're like me and you struggle with working with leather, you need to give it a few minutes and you will find that the magic happens in the dry down. Again, this is Penhaligon's Halfeti. If you struggle with patchouli because you don't like it, the note is too dirty, groundy, that type of vibe, you might want to give these a try. These are by Kriegler. This is Lovely Patchouli 55 and this is Lovely Patchouli 55 Night. I absolutely love both these fragrances. My favorite is the original, which is Lovely Patchouli 55. I found myself loving this because of the sweet vibe. It's resinous, it's a little spicy, it's got some amber to it, it's beautifully blended. In fact, it's exquisitely blended, both of them. But this one is a little more dense. So if I'm going out at night, like, you know, and I'm going to be sweating, dancing, that type of stuff, I would wear the Lovely Patchouli 55 Night. But if it's during the day or it's early evening, I would wear the original Lovely Patchouli 55. Again, these are not fragrances you want to go blind by. You really want to go and order a sample of either or both before you commit to them because of the price point. They're extremely expensive. So I really love them. Kriegler, in my opinion, makes beautiful fragrances, but these are my favorites. This one in particular is actually my favorite, Lovely Patchouli. Not the blind buy worthy, in my opinion, because not everybody's gonna like the way patchouli smells on them. I just love the way this transcribes on my skin. Guys, if you've tried any of the fragrances I talked about today, let me know down in the comments whether you like, you love, or you are indifferent. In fact, if you love any of them, let me know why you love them. And if you hate any of them, let me know why you hate them. I'd love to hear from you. Let's keep this conversation going. In case this is the first time you're seeing my face, my name is Pamela, and I love talking about luxury fragrances, luxury beauty, skincare, aging gracefully, gorgeously, and all the things. So if that's your vibe, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of my uploads. Plus, it helps the algorithm to get me out to other people that might be interested in this as well. Thanks again for watching. Please take care of yourself and each other, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!